What's up, DBs? Coach D Magic here, former D1 defensive back. We're here watching some Jaylin Smith film out of USC, and we're going to talk about how to play the ball in the air and how to prevent penalties. Here he does a great job at playing the over-the-shoulder fade and then playing the underthrown ball or the back shoulder fade. Make sure you go check out that DB Mastery program. We talk about this, drills. We have drills where you can practice this. So I'm going to talk about the way this is taught, how these guys are taught at USC, and then how different coaches will teach it a different way. Okay, so I watched a video on their DB coach. Their DB coach teaches the lean and locate technique. Okay, so that means once we know it's a fade, we're going to lean on the receiver and we're going to get our eyes up and back. The reason why we say our eyes up, head back, is because that ball is going to be delivered, over our head, essentially. And with the face mask and a helmet, it's going to be really hard to see. So if you're sitting in your chair, just imagine turning your head to the right or left. All right. Unless that ball is in a straight line, you're not going to be able to see. So you got to get your eyes up. And then you got to get your head back so you can see the football. Again, it's going to be over the shoulder or over your eyesight. So eyes up, head back. So the reason why they're teaching lean and locate is because we want to dominate the red line. So the red line is an imaginary line 5 yards from the sideline. So like right about here. And the receiver wants to stay on that red line so the quarterback can fade him to the sideline. Okay. More room for him to throw the ball. So we want to lean him to the sideline so that we can take up that space and dominate the red line. Now, they say that the most difficult ball for a DB to defend is the underthrown ball. So as we're leaning on the receiver, we know that it's going to be an underthrown ball. So one thing, so if you're looking at the receiver, it's probably easier to see. But whenever the receiver starts to decelerate, okay, whenever he starts to decelerate, that's a sign that it is a back shoulder or an underthrown ball. So whether you're looking at him or you're leaning and locating, you have to be aware of what the receiver is doing. So as soon as you feel deceleration, whether we see that ball or not, it's an underthrown or a back shoulder throw. So you got to get your eyes from up and back. Now you got to get chest to chest. Numbers to numbers, meaning we're quite literally turning our chest towards him. And now we got to get ready to play the ball because a back shoulder underthrow means that ball is going to be here. When we turned initially, okay, we felt like the ball was going to be here. But whether we saw the ball or felt him or both, okay, now we understand that ball is now going to be here. So we got to get chest to chest. And again, you got to get your eyes up and back. All right. Up and get your head back because that's what refs are looking for because there's going to be some type of contact, but refs are looking for, did the DB get his eyes back? As long as you're not pulling, okay, at this point, you shouldn't have any jersey, right? At this point, we're playing with our body and our eyes and our feet. Shouldn't be playing with our hands at this point. All right. Deceleration, chest to chest. Eyes up, head back. Okay, and now we want to play with the long arm. Now our left arm, our inside arm is going to be that long arm. And if that ball was a little bit right here, we'd be able to make a play. So this tells me that this was just an underthrow. Okay, you see the quarterback on the ground right here. So he probably didn't have enough to get that ball up and over the shoulder. So it's an underthrow / back shoulder. If you get a back shoulder, you want to get chest to chest. Continue to lean on the receiver, get your eyes up, head back, and we want to play with the long arm. Good play here. Now, I actually want to go back to this. So my coach didn't teach look and lean. The reason why he didn't want us to lean is because he says you can't jump. And a lot of guys, if you're leaning, if you do get this, they'll swipe you by or they'll throw you by. All right. And then they'll elevate and you can't elevate. So those are two different trains of thoughts. Both D1 coaches teaching something different. Some teach lean and locate. All right. And some guys are just teaching get in phase, lean with your hip, lean the hip out or widen him with your body, not necessarily lean on him. I hope that makes sense, okay? So the whole theory, my coach is like, you can't jump, just turn, run him out of bounds with your body. Don't lean on him. Now on this play, so I actually learned this from the Cleveland Browns, okay? I actually learned this from the Cleveland Browns DB coach. And this is what they teach. So, and it makes sense, but for me, it's always been common sense. But a lot of these, coaches, is good for them to kind of make a rule on it. So remember that red line, that imaginary line that's 5 yards from the sideline. So somewhere around here. He says that if that receiver is running a fade or a goal ball, right, and he's inside of that red line. So if my red line's right here, if he's inside of that line, okay, so he's on the numbers, we automatically want to get chest. We automatically want to get chest to chest. The reason why is, okay, assuming we're up top, again, that quarterback is naturally going to see all that space and he's going to back shoulder that thing on purpose. Okay. So that was his rule. Me personally, I always would just say get chest to chest because you can always, okay, once we're on top, okay, you want to make sure on top, of course, but we can always make that adjustment, okay, if it's over the shoulder. Inside the red line, we're getting chest to chest, our eyes up, our head back. Boom, we can see the football. Now, he feels that it's going to be an over the shoulder throw. So he's going to go back the other way, all right? And make sure you get your eyes up and your head back again because that's what the ref is looking for. And I believe this was an over the shoulder throw. It just comes up a little short, okay? But this is a great example of just the DB having poise in the situation. So on the first one, we're leaning and locating for the over the shoulder. It's an underthrown ball. Now we get chest to chest, play the back shoulder. Now we're playing the back shoulder because we're inside the red line. We look up, eyes up and back, and we turn and get our head back this way, and that ball lands right on our back here. Good play. The ref's right here. All right. And the ref's going to give it a good no call. All right. So these are bang, bang plays. All I can say, DBs, is that depending on the ref, all right, one, you don't want to grab any jersey. Use your body. All right. Use your body and get your eyes up and locate the football. The one thing, and you guys can go up to a ref before the game, say, hey, how are you calling this? How are you calling that? They'll tell you, as long as you get your eyes up and you're not restricting. Okay, restricting is usually with your hands, usually pulling the jersey. All right, use your body. As long as you get your eyes up and locate the football, I'm going to let you play. Okay, good no call there. All right, we understand the concept of if he's inside the red line, we're getting chest to chest here. All right, we see that the ball is over the shoulder. We're going to turn and get our eyes up here. Both of these were in a no call. Of course, the fans are going to say it's PI, but at the end of the day, man, these are tools that I believe in and tools that I think that if you're doing it the way I'm coaching it, and hopefully I'm coaching it correctly, and you're doing it the way you see it here, it's gonna be bang bang. But at the end of the day, we have to know how to look for the ball depending on where he is, the body, the deceleration of the receiver, the body position inside the red line, outside the red line. And then go up to the refs and say, hey, how are you calling it? And they'll tell you exactly what they're going to call. And we have to adjust our game accordingly, guys. All right. All right. So I hope that helped. Make sure you go grab that DB Mastery program, press man drills, off man drills, nickel drills, safety drills. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something.